Hey, group hosts. Good to get to be with you, bring you a devotional today. And if you were in Tuesday's live prayer, you heard me use these verses. I couldn't resist using them there as well. But just wanted to give you some hope and some encouragement and some verses that I think you will find really encouraging. And in this season, I have found encouraging in this season out of Psalm 46, verses 1 through 3. And the psalmist writes that God is our refuge and strength. He's an ever present help in trouble. Therefore, we will not fear, though the earth gives way, and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea, though the waters roar and foam, and the mountains quake with their surging. Even in spite of all those things, he says, when the world is falling apart, when everything is going wrong, because of something we will not fear. What did he say? Why won't we fear? Why won't we tremble in these scary times? And I'd say, although the earth isn't collapsing, we're in a time of pandemic that's similar to this. So why could the psalmist trust and not fear? Verse 1, Psalm 46:1, because God is our refuge and strength. He's an ever-present help in time of need. So I just want to encourage you with these words in this season of so much need and fear and panic, that God is an ever-present help for you. That he wants to be your refuge and your strength. That as you carry weights, as you go through your days, as you battle fears, as the enemy tries to challenge you and get in your head, don't forget that God is with you as an ever-present help every step of the way. You are not alone. You don't walk through these moments, even though it might feel that way in the middle of it, that you feel alone. You are not alone. God is with you. He is faithful. And not only is he there as a bystander or somebody watching, he is there as a God who is strong enough to be your refuge and to be your strength. Ever present, always with you in times of trouble, strong enough to be your refuge and your strength, a place that you can go hide, a place that you can go find peace in, a God who is strong enough to save. Remember last week's verse out of Isaiah, out of Numbers, his arms are not too short to save us. He is strong, he is a refuge, and he is always present with us. I know it's so easy to get distracted from that fact and look in all these other places, but remember that what we focus on is what's going to seem to be the biggest thing in our life. So if in this season we focus on the virus, it's incredibly easy to do. It's everywhere. It's all over the news. It's all over social. You're getting alerts on your phone all the time to stay at home. You're just stuck at home. Your bank account, your stock market, your retirement account statement, dealing with the stock market. All these things remind us that in many ways it feels like the earth is trembling and shaking and falling apart. So how do we not walk in fear, but instead walk in trust? Is that we know that God is always with us, that he's our refuge, a place where we can go and find safety, and he's our strength. What enables us to go out and care for others, to host our groups, to encourage our members in our groups. He's our strength to love on those who are in need. He's our strength to love on our neighbors. He's our strength to pick up the phone and call a friend and be there for him. He's our strength to walk with us in ways that we can go and serve those around us who are in need. I love that in this season. That doesn't even necessarily have to mean physically. It certainly can. There's a lot coming that we're beginning to do and ramping up so that we can serve people better physically. But even in this season, a Zoom small group call or a FaceTime call to a friend or a group text message, those things matter so much, and you get your strength for those from the Lord. So I want to encourage you, don't be in fear, because you have a God who is an ever-present help. He's your refuge in those hard moments, and he is your strength to continue caring for those around you. Let me pray for you. Father, thank you that you are good. And so, Lord, I just pray that your grace would be on everybody in these videos, Lord, that they would feel your presence and your love, your care for them. So, Father, touch hearts. Lord, remind us that you are an ever-present help. Help us to slow down to see what you're doing around us. And then, Lord, give us strength to continue caring for those among us who are in need, the poor, the broken, the scared, the fearful. Give us your strength that we could care for them. Jesus, thank you for all that you do in us and for all the ways that you work through us. Father, be ever present in each of the lives of these group hosts. Thank you, Lord. Amen.